Welcome, guys, to another episode of Make Adventure Happen podcast. In this podcast, in every episode, we talk about one country. We answer some of the most popular questions about this country, questions that we found on Google, and we share our own experience in the country. Me, me, we, that's me, Kaspars and Una, and today we'll be talking about Bahrain. It's a country in the Middle East, the smallest country in the Middle East, and also the country that only I have visited. Una hasn't been to Bahrain
Yet.
but I have a feeling that Una would also like Bahrain. So yeah, instead of our usual conversation where we both answer the questions about this country, today it's gonna be again an interview kinda podcast where Una is reading the questions and I'm answering them. Yeah, let's go. Let's dive in.
Yes, let's dive in.
Let's go to Google. We
Yes.
have already typed in Bahrain. Yeah.
So let's go. The first question for Bahrain is, what is Bahrain best known for?
To be honest, before going to Bahrain, I didn't know a single fact about Bahrain. Did you know?
That's pretty standard. That's quite often, yes. No, not really, no.
Yeah, but then later, when researching like what people are writing about Bahrain, what people are sharing about Bahrain, I learned that Bahrain is famous for beaches. Surprising as it is, but Bahrain is famous for beaches. This is not what people say. This is not what they tell on Wikipedia. Wow, they talk about ancient stuff on Wikipedia, but yeah, when I was looking for what tourists are talking about Bahrain, what tourists know about Bahrain, they talk about beaches.
Yeah, now I know that Bahrain is quite a popular beach destination because it's an island country and it has very beautiful beaches with clear water. Yeah, and
I can confirm I was there.
And pleasant weather, I would say. Well, pleasant in December and January, I guess, not in June.
Yeah, I was in Bahrain in June. In June it's hot.
Okay, next question is Bahrain a rich country?
Is Bahrain rich? Yes, Bahrain is a rich country. Bahrain is one of the first countries in the region where they discovered oil, and that's one of the main reasons the country is so rich. And actually, their currency is second strongest in the world. It's very surprising for me to go to a country, see the prices, like you see the prices 5 something. And in most of countries, when you come from Europe, you are used to like, okay, so 5 something, that means it's €1 or it's like 5 times less or 10 times less. But in Bahrain, you actually have to multiply. So it's like 5 dirham, it's €10, 10 USD, something like that.
Well, the answer is, they say it here that Bahrain is considered the fifth most prosperous country in the Arab region. And it is ranked amongst the top 50 globally, so it's quite wealthy.
Okay, but it's not as wealthy like I would assume. Okay.
I think similar to Kuwait. I think the money is also like the currency is also very strong there in Kuwait. So is in Bahrain. Okay, so is Bahrain an Arab country, and what language is spoken in Bahrain?
I honestly don't. I'm stupid about this.
It's an Arab country, and the language is Arabic, official language.
Okay.
And English is widely used because it's an international destination, and a lot of foreign people come to work there. That's what I know about Bahrain.
And that's what I can confirm. Population of Bahrain is mostly people from other countries.
Yeah.
Most of people living in Bahrain, they were not born in Bahrain.
Yes.
They came there for better life. So that's why English is widely spoken. And actually, yeah, when you say that it's an Arab country, Arab language, yeah, of course, but because of all these foreigners, you see English used so much that you forget about where you are.
I think it's similar
remember,
to Dubai.
Yeah, remember I told you about the neighborhood where I was staying in Manama, the capital, the main city. In that neighborhood, I felt like I could be also in Manila, the Philippines, or I don't know, Bangkok. Like it was so multicultural, Asian,
Yes.
unlike Arab.
Yeah. Yes, I
Yeah.
guess the locals, maybe they live in some other neighborhoods and they also might be working in offices, so you don't see them during the day. That's what I imagine.
Yeah, same like in Dubai, let's say.
Yeah. Okay, so
What else do we have?
can men wear shorts in Bahrain? That's one of the top questions we see on Google for each country.
Yeah, when we think about the most popular questions, what we do is we Google, we type in the country name and we look what people are searching for, and we choose questions that are most like relatable to for tourists.
Travel, yes.
Travelers. Shorts. I think there is even a rule, like a law, or there was a law that you are not allowed, but like I said, for example, in that region, that place where I was staying, that area in Manama, I felt like I'm in the Philippines, and it looked like, I don't know, like 1/4 of people around me are wearing shorts, but I wasn't, because I knew that you are kinda not allowed, and it's also not, and it's just not, I don't know, let's say respectful. Like I like to dress like local people are dressing, more or less, like sometimes more, sometimes less. And so that's why I wasn't wearing, but I saw people wearing. These weren't people who were born there, most likely. Arabs, locals, Bahraini, I guess they don't wear shorts, maybe only for sport.
Well, that.
What do you see?
Yeah, so what is written here, that men should avoid wearing shorts, as these are regarded as excessively casual. Although with the development of tourism, this attitude is softening. So
yeah, I guess that's why.
As Kaspar said.
I guess that's why I saw all these people, and like I said also at the very beginning, Bahrain is known for quite a lot of people, maybe not from Europe, but from India or some countries nearby, as a beach destination. And when men, especially men, not so much women from the region, when they go to the beach, often they wear shorts. And that's why I think on the beaches in Bahrain, most likely like 60-70% of men will be maybe in shorts. I wasn't in top season for the beach, I was in summer.
But you went swimming, right?
Yeah, I went swimming, and these men that I saw, they were wearing shorts.
And where did you go for a swim? I think it was separate, like it wasn't in Manama, it was like you took a bus to some other town, right?
Yeah, it was near the border with Saudi Arabia. Some maybe 30 kilometers from Manama. I don't remember the name. I think it was Northern City, or it could be Northern City or Western City or Northern City.
But you crossed into Saudi Arabia from there, right?
Yes.
By bus, right?
Yes, it is possible to travel from Bahrain to Saudi Arabia by bus. And for me personally, for a person who likes to try some, I don't know, different things, maybe go different routes that most people go, it was very interesting for me. And when I found that it is highly likely possible to do it, to go by overland to Saudi, I thought like, yeah, I must go to Bahrain, and that's why I went to Bahrain, and eventually took that bus to Saudi Arabia. Easy, simple, cheap, don't remember the price, but could be 15 maybe euro for something like 3-hour ride in Bahrain across the border and into Dammam, Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so Dammam in Saudi Arabia is also a beach city, right?
Yeah, it's on the coast. Some of the best beaches that I know, some of the best beaches from Saudi Arabia are somewhere there near that city, but not in the city itself. Like there is a beach area, and the same stands for Bahrain.
Yeah.
The best beaches, as far as I know, they are not like next to city. They are in special resort areas, like built mostly for tourists.
I see.
And there are many like such areas that I didn't even visit, so I can't really say how they look. I didn't go there because it was summer, June or July, super hot, like 50 degrees hot.
Not really for enjoying beach.
No. So I just went to this northern city and just saw what the public beach in let's say like kind of upper class neighborhood looks like. I really liked it. It made me want to come back, by the way. Yeah, let's go. What else do people are looking for about Bahrain?
Okay, so are Bahrain Muslims? Bahraini people are Muslims.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The original Bahraini people are Muslims.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, and is alcohol legal in Bahrain?
Not sure if it's legal or not, but it's definitely available. Yeah, I remember, for example, in my hotel, I won't be able to name the hotel, but like just a regular medium class / maybe budget class hotel for something like $50 a night, and there was a bar on one floor, and it was like advertised that there is such like it wasn't in a resort area. I was in the city, but yeah, it's not as freely as available like in Europe or even in
Thailand.
Yeah, but
Okay,
it is there.
Alcohol indeed is legal in Bahrain with a number of bars, licensed restaurants, and off licenses. Off license, I think that's a term for a British term for alcohol shop where alcohol is sold, I guess. However, drunken behavior in public or driving under the influence of alcohol is against the law.
Yeah.
Sounds normal to me.
Sounds normal.
Yeah, drunken behavior in public is really what we encounter often in, let's say, Europe or in our country or other parts of Europe. Well, unfortunately, it would be nice if this drunken behavior would be against the law in our country or in Europe, because it would make people who don't drink safer and nicer in their own home city or just the continent, I guess.
Yeah, sure. In Bahrain, you don't see drunk people. I didn't see anyone. I was there for 1 week, and for those of you who don't know, we are from Latvia, and Latvia is one of the countries which is pretty bad with this alcohol thing, and that's one of the reasons I actually like being abroad for a lot of time, because I don't see drunk people that much.
Yeah, and also for some of our friends, they say the same thing as Kaspar's, that when they come back, they instantly feel sad and unpleasant, because you see a lot of drunk people occasionally. Well, not every day, but still.
Not in Bahrain. Let's go. Let's go.
Is Bahrain in Dubai?
Bahrain is not in Dubai, but it's right next to it. I was actually surprised how close it is. When I was buying a flight, I didn't realize that I don't know, most likely I also had an option to maybe buy a bus to Saudi and then a bus to Bahrain. I took a flight, it was 45 minutes. It's right next to it.
Okay,
But it's a country, so you can't go overland from Dubai, like from Emirates to the Bahrain.
Okay, I will ask you another question, and I will give an answer to this question right away because you can't really answer to this question. So, is Bahrain safe for females? And the answer is Bahrain is generally considered quite safe for solo or female travelers. The local culture is conservative but respectful. I think that's what you actually saw when traveling in Bahrain.
Yeah, and speaking of females, there is one thing that I have also read online, and I had been told by, for example, taxi drivers that females like Bahrain because it's even though it's conservative, but it's
safe.
Less conservative than Saudi or Emirates or what is there, Qatar.
Mm-hmm.
It is considered like the least conservative, like most, let's say, westernized, modern, and I can't really say that I felt that way. But when you compare Bahrain to Saudi, yeah, it's different. In Bahrain, you see more women on the streets, and you know, but it generally feels super safe in Bahrain. I was walking around early in the morning, late at night, during the day, taking public transportation, walking through markets, walking through narrow, small streets in Manama, always, everywhere. I didn't feel like the least threat, like it was just nice. And when you arrive to the airport, you feel like you're arrived to the future. If you're coming, especially if you're coming from a less developed country, like I was coming from Tajikistan.
Oh yes.
It felt like arriving to the future. The airport in Manama in Bahrain is amazing, amazing. Okay, what do we have next?
Okay. Another nice question. Can I wear sandals in Bahrain?
Yeah, you can wear sandals in Bahrain, yeah. What I remember, sandals are quite popular.
Yeah,
Same like in many countries
I would guess so.
in Arab world.
And does Bahrain have winter?
Yeah, Bahrain has winter, like plus 20-degree winter, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I was told, yes. So, and it says here that Bahrain is an arid country with mild, pleasant winters and summers that are very hot and humid. Rainfall is negligible from April through the end of October, coinciding with high temperatures. So you were not only during the hottest season, but also during during the season which has the most rainfall, April to October.
Okay. I didn't get I get zero rain, no rain.
Well, it could be rain, but it's not like 100%.
Yeah, but you know the whole region that it doesn't really get too much rain. It's the Middle East, but speaking of climate, I think one interesting thing, one that's worth mentioning, is that in Bahrain, I haven't looked at the numbers, but it feels more humid, and I believe it's related to the fact that it's an island surrounded, by water, and when it's hot and there is water, and it makes the air more humid. I believe this is how it works. It's how I felt. I felt more humidity than in Abu Dhabi. I was in Abu Dhabi and before that in Tajikistan and Uzbekistan, and I felt more humid. It was harder actually being in Bahrain than in Uzbekistan.
So another question about shorts. Can women wear shorts in Bahrain?
I saw women wearing shorts.
And it says here, and the answer is surprisingly yes, but they have to be the right type. Any shorts you have must always cover your knee even when sitting. So you can wear shorts, but the longer ones. And I guess t-shirt is also fine as long as it's not like really revealing and super tight.
Yeah, I believe so, but I won't agree on this about the long shorts. I saw women in shorts, but never in long shorts.
Oh,
Always
okay.
in short, like short shorts, like like this one.
Interesting.
I never saw any other shorts on women. But these
That's
were
very interesting.
But these were just few actually occurrences, like in that particular area where I was staying, and in the evenings. Maybe in the evenings because that's the only time that people go out because it's not that hot, or maybe only in the evenings because during the day these people work, and these people that I saw, they were mostly Filipino, Thai, yeah, from Southeast Asia, from Bangladesh. And then I also saw people wearing shorts, both men and women, when they were exercising in the evenings on the on the coastline near Manama.
Okay.
Everyone was, most of people were in shorts.
Interesting.
I felt actually like a strange person wearing pants there in that environment.
Interesting. Okay.
I went on a walk. I was thinking, it's my first evening. I am in quite conservative, if not the most conservative, then quite conservative still country. So I went out in pants, even though it was plus 40, but most of people were in shorts.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, and
no more shorts questions.
No. But I think people will understand the dress code now. If they are planning to come to Bahrain, they will have a picture of what to wear. So shorts can be worn.
But I would say not really on the streets during the day and everywhere. Generally, you will like in Dubai. You go to the beach, you can be like on the beach, also invest. But other places, most likely, it's like you will feel better wearing pants.
Okay.
Unless you go running. You
don't
running.
need pants. And what are the requirements to travel to Bahrain?
It's super easy. If you are from Europe, from Latvia, it's super easy to travel to Bahrain. I didn't know that before, but you just arrive, pay the visa fee. We have done this in other countries, and Bahrain is the easiest one in that perspective, because at least in 2023, all I needed was a bank card. Like, I arrive, I show my passport, I use my bank card to pay the fee. That's it. Welcome to Bahrain.
Okay, that's very easy.
Just one question, like how long you plan to stay. I believe that on some occasions you may be asked also for a return or onward ticket. I didn't have one, so because I was planning to go to Saudi Arabia by bus. Yeah, super easy immigration and.
Okay, so and how much is that visa?
Something like $10, €10. Also cheap.
It says 14 USD.
Could have been, yeah.
And there's something mentioned about the multiple entry visa, which costs $32. But the regular one is 14, which is 5 Bahraini
dinar.
Yeah. 5 Bahraini money.
Yeah. Easy, and I believe it was for 1 month, the regular one. But most of people, I believe, they won't be staying long. Even though I personally would say that it's a place where you can also spend longer time. Like if you have time and you want to go to some warm country, place, city, if you like kind of Dubai-like, but not so modern. If you are also fine with not so modern, but kind of Dubai-like place, then it's a nice place because city is good, there is food, there are markets, there are nice people, English is widely spoken, there is also beach. It's pretty close to Europe, pretty close to, let's say, India, if you want to go from India.
The flights are very cheap, I think, if you're coming from Italy or something like that.
Very.
Wizz Air, right?
Wizz Air is flying only from Abu Dhabi.
Oh, okay.
Bahrain is not the cheapest, but it's reasonably cheap because you can go there from, like, via Saudi Arabia or via Abu Dhabi.
Is it expensive to eat in Bahrain?
I was surprised that it is possible to eat also super cheap.
Yeah, it says so
I
here.
was surprised.
Bahrain is one of the most affordable Gulf states where food and shopping is quite reasonable compared to Dubai, for example. It's very confusing because it says that it's a Gulf state, but in my opinion it's like a separate country. Like Gulf state, what does it mean?
Gulf state, they refer to the whole region.
Ah, okay,
Gulf countries.
So the Gulf like is the region and the state means country basically.
You can look up. It's a common term. It's as far as I know, it's the same term like Middle East.
So listen
Middle
to
East.
that, folks.
It's like
Yeah,
the
so
Middle East.
if you're confused about this,
Where
Caucasus,
is because it's the Gulf of what is this Gulf? Gulf of Oman, Gulf and Persian Gulf.
Okay, so
These all countries.
like all the countries are
Around the Persian Gulf.
and they are called Gulf states, which means like countries in the region. Okay, I see.
Speaking of prices, so I was surprised that it is possible to get also cheap food, like really cheap, like €2
Yeah,
cheap,
okay.
good, like very good food, very good Indian food, Sri Lankan food, Filipino, I believe. I didn't try Filipino. Thai, I saw a lot of Thai food, but mostly you see Indian food, and it's good food, starting from €2-3 for a plate of biryani. You can get something also as exotic like camel biryani. Yeah, the cheap stuff. Then there is the medium price that I would say, and it's maybe like €10 a portion, a plate, or €10-12 like a plate. That's also widely available. And then there's also the expensive stuff. There are expensive things, and I think I had the most expensive sparkling water that I have ever had in any country. It was, I think, €10 a bottle like this, but served like if you would be a king. Like I felt like a king in that cafe, drinking water.
Wasn't it in Saudi Arabia?
No, it was in Bahrain when I was going to that beach. It was the day when it was like plus 50 degrees. Remember,
Okay.
I was telling you when I was coming back, I visited the fort, and there is even a video on this YouTube channel.
But there was some expensive water in Saudi Arabia as well.
I don't remember, no.
You-
Maybe you're mixing this up, I don't remember.
Okay, later I will show you the photo. Never mind. Okay, how many days?
Sorry, but so to finish this, yeah, it is possible also to get expensive stuff, but it was only about food, the question.
Yeah.
The food, and yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
generally it's very reasonably priced.
I guess we need.
It's actually surprising that you can get food similar as cheap like in India, in a country which is way more, which has way more rich society.
Okay, I guess it will be the last question. How many days is enough for Bahrain?
How many days for Bahrain?
Well, there's written that it's like 4 days, but what do you think? Is 4 days really enough?
I think
Could you combine the trip to Bahrain to with a trip to other country? Like we mentioned also Saudi Arabia. Well, how many days in Bahrain then?
okay. Let's start with the days. I think yes. You can also start with something like 4 days. Place is small. Place is maybe 2-hour car ride, big only. Like from one end to the other end, it's only like 2 hours, and it's also the first country where people, when they were asking me like, where are you from, I was saying like Latvia, and they're, oh, what is Latvia? And I said like, it's a country like Bahrain, like in size and population. Yeah, so 4 days, I think it is enough for beginning. You can spend something like 7 days if you enjoy, I don't know, trying different foods, for example, or if you want just more time by the beach. You can spend easily also more, like I said, I can see also this as a destination where to go for a month, just to live in a warm place, warm city, country. Can you combine Bahrain with another country? Yes. The easiest would be Saudi Arabia. Let's say visiting Saudi Arabia and then going in Saudi Arabia to Dammam, and from Dammam taking a bus is the cheapest option, or a taxi to Bahrain, spending a day too, like depending how much time you have. Most likely going back and then flying out of Dammam, because flights are cheaper from Saudi Arabia thanks to low-cost airlines. Or you can do like I did and come from the other direction and come from United Arab Emirates. I was coming from Abu Dhabi. The same is possible also from Dubai. Get a cheap flight, like something like 45 minutes. And combine these two places, or maybe do a longer trip, like start in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, fly to Bahrain, then do a little bit of Bahrain, take a bus to Dammam in Saudi, do something in Saudi, and then fly from Saudi to Europe or to Asia. There are good connections in both directions, and that's one of the coolest things about this region right now. And the number one reason actually why I went there, because it is possible to travel to this region and from this region cheap because of low-cost airlines. Wizz Air, flying from Europe and from Abu Dhabi, and also local Middle Eastern airlines. There are several of them.
I think you just use Skyscanner or Kiwi.com. Skyscanner is the best probably to see the flight options and all the airlines operating there. That's what I use usually.
Kiwi also is good for this case, especially if you're coming from Europe, because this will be like these self-transfer flights, low-cost airlines, and
Kiwi, Skyscanner, probably Momondo or Kayak, similar.
Yeah, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, we use Skyscanner and Kiwi.
Yeah.
I
Bahrain.
think that's it.
Yeah, Bahrain is nice. Go to Bahrain, but
not in the summer.
Maybe it's not like the most unique, and like if you have a chance to travel only to a couple of places, I wouldn't really add Bahrain to this list. But if you want something different, something where tourists from Europe especially don't go, it's a nice place to consider. I really liked it. I really liked my time in Bahrain.
Yeah.
And on that, let's finish this podcast.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.